Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine, enjoying at home. So today we are going to start the second part of the chapter we have started in the last class of class 9 physics, atmospheric pressure. Now in the previous class we have discussed what is pressure. Pressure is thrust per unit area. All these things we have already discussed. Now we are going to study about the atmospheric pressure. See, we are actually living in a ocean of air, and we are at the base, at the bottom, or you can say at the bed of the ocean. So if I consider this as the surface of earth, then we are what? Inside the air, which we call it atmosphere, the blanket of air above us. And this air, this layer of air is about 300 kilometers, means from the surface of earth where we are, it is extended up to 300 kilometers. So this huge enormous air exerts a pressure on the earth's surface, and this pressure exerted by pressure, or you can say weight of air acting on 1 meter square area, weight of air, atmosphere acting on 1 meter square area is called what? Is called the atmospheric pressure. So what actually is atmospheric pressure? The pressure exerted by air on the surface of earth. Okay, so pressure exerted by the air on the surface of earth is called what? Is called the atmospheric pressure. Okay, this point is clear? Now how to prove it? Now this atmospheric pressure is a huge amount. Okay, it is about 10 to the power 5. The value of atmospheric pressure is almost equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal, means 1 lakh Pascal. But we don't able to feel this. Our head, our shoulders, this amount pressure is acting, but we don't realize it. Why? It is because the blood vessels, the inside our body, the blood pressure balances this atmospheric pressure. And it is the same reason why when we go to higher altitude, suppose we are going to the top of the hill or mountain, there the atmospheric pressure decreases. This we'll discuss later. As we go higher, atmospheric pressure decreases because density of air is less. At the higher position, density of air is maximum. So there our nose bleeding starts. Why? Because the atmospheric pressure is less and the inside blood pressure is more, and that gushes out in the form of from the nose. Okay. So this is because of the blood pressure, we don't realize it. But the question is, that's okay, but can we practically prove it by any experiment that there exists atmospheric pressure? Can we prove it that there exists atmospheric pressure? Yes, we can. By the help of a simple experiment which is called crushing tin can experiment. Now what you have to do for that? You take a can with lid. You take a can, a nice can which has a lid. Okay. Which has a lid with a. Now you do one thing. Open the lid and pour some water inside it. Okay. And you heat it. Heat the can. Okay. Till all the water inside the can evaporates. Now when you see that all the water is evaporating, in the hot condition, you put the lid. You put the lid. After putting the lid, what do? You have put the lid now, it is not open. In the hot condition only, don't wait for cooling. When you have seen that all the water has been evaporated or vaporized, you stop heating, remove and put the lid and pour cold water on it. Okay, ठंडा पानी इसके ऊपर डाल दो. What you will feel? that what will you see that this can has been crushed. It has been crushed. This will be not be in this condition. It will be crushed. Now the question is, who is crushing the can? See, now try to understand the physics. Nothing is empty. If you say the bottle is empty, it is not empty. It contains air. And the air inside the bottle balances the atmospheric pressure, and due to it, the bottle is not getting crushed. If air was not inside the bottle, if I say that suppose this bottle is totally empty, no water, no air, then the atmosphere outside pressure will crush it. Okay, but it is not so. It contains air, and that air balances the atmospheric pressure. Okay, now see. Here what was happening? When you heated it, when you were heating this can, then what happened? All the air evaporated. Now no air is here because this water has become water vapor and it had expelled out all the air. So there is no air inside this, only water vapor. This full can is filled up water vapor, air has been expelled out on heating. Now see. Now what happening? When you are closing the lid, that can is having only water vapor. And when you are pouring cold water, that water vapor is condensing. And on condensation, there is a partial vacuum creating, because all the water vapor is condensing to form liquid water here, and this part is totally vacuum, not even air. So because this part is totally vacuum and only a bit amount of water is there, then the outside atmospheric pressure crushes the can. So this is all about what? This simple experiment proves the existence of atmospheric pressure. Okay, clear? Now from day-to-day life, there are many experiments that can suggest it. Suppose you take a liquid. Suppose you take a liquid in a container and you sip it by a straw. Okay, and you sip it by a straw. Now see what happens. The liquid will, suppose here your mouth is here, and the liquid will enter towards your mouth. Obviously, as we use sip the cold drink bottles and all this, no problem. What is actually taking place here? At first, when you inserted the straw and put your mouth to the straw, then what happened? You are actually pulling the air. When you are sucking it, first what you sucked? Air. So you have sucked the air inside the straw. Means this straw was containing air. At first you have sucked the air. तुमने पहले यहाँ का हवा को टाल लिया. अब इसमें हवा भी नहीं है. यहाँ पे क्या है? पार्शियल वैक्यूम है. तो क्या होगा? The atmospheric pressure exists acting on the surface of the liquid. It will force the liquid to enter the straw. Keep in mind, it is the law of nature. Nature does not allow vacuum to exist anywhere. Nature does not allow vacuum to exist anywhere. If vacuum is anywhere, nature will go and replace the vacuum. Okay, so this is the law of nature. Keep in mind. तो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? क्या हो रहा है? एटमॉस्फेयर प्रेशर इसको पुश कर रहा है और ये जो ड्रिंक है वो यहाँ से उठकर टू द माउथ में चला जा रहा है. Similarly, same thing which we are doing with the injection syringe, disposable syringe. उसमें क्या होता है? The needle of the syringe is medicine and you are pulling the piston back. So when you are pulling the piston back, a vacuum is created. And that vacuum, due to that vacuum, the liquid, the medicine enters through the needle in the syringe. So there are many examples, siphon and all this, that proves the existence of atmospheric pressure. Now, measurement of atmospheric pressure. How to measure it? Now we know the instrument, the device used to measure atmospheric pressure is barometer. Is barometer. Devised by barometer, given by the famous scientist Torricelli. So simple barometer we are going to study first. So barometer is a device used to measure atmospheric pressure. Okay, simple barometer. See, this is a trough. This is a trough containing mercury. It is filled with the heaviest liquid, that is mercury. Okay, and we have a tube, 1 meter long tube. So suppose I have a tub containing mercury and this is a tube 1 meter long. Okay, open at one end, closed at one end, like test tube. Like ordinary test tube, it is like a tube, only the difference is it is 1 meter long. Okay, now what will you do? You fill the tube with mercury. Okay, I have filled it with mercury. Now I will close the mouth and what will you do? I will erect it inside the mercury tube this way. I will erect it inside the mercury tube. So suppose this is the tube. What will I see? That some part of the mercury will fall. Mercury will be up to here. Okay, and there will be a vacuum called Torricellian vacuum. And there will be what? A vacuum which we call what? Torricellian vacuum. And we measure the height. Suppose this is the mercury surface and this is this part. We measure the height of what? Of the mercury surface level from this. तो ये जो height होगा, this height is actually the reading of atmospheric pressure. At sea level, under normal conditions, at sea level, this height is equal to 76 centimeter. We call it 76 centimeter of mercury. Okay, so 76 centimeter of mercury is the normal height. That is called the normal atmospheric pressure or standard atmospheric pressure. Okay, whatever you can say. So this is the Torricellian vacuum. This is the Torricellian barometer, which we call it simple barometer. Now, from this barometer, we can measure the height and get the reading of the atmospheric pressure. But there are some problems, some demerits. Okay, what are the demerits? First demerit is that if this system is open and it is chance that the mercury here can be contaminated. And if the mercury is contaminated, the density will change. And if the density will change, then what will happen? Because we know the formula of pressure is what? P equal to H rho G. We have derived in the last class. So if density is changing, then it is quite obvious that pressure will also change. So we may not get the correct reading because of the contamination of mercury. This is the first disadvantage. Second is that this system is not portable. This system is not portable. Okay. Third, this glass has no protection. This is a long tube, 1 meter tube. There may be a chances of breaking it. Okay, because there is no protection. The 1 meter long tube of glass, ordinary glass. So this may break. So these are the some drawbacks, demerits of what? Barometer. Okay. And next thing, that is the most problematic thing, is that if you want to measure the atmospheric pressure, then you cannot fix a scale on the tube. Why? You know, see. Suppose I am fixing a scale this way. I am fixing a scale this way. Okay. So that I can, I measure that pressure from here, I can get the reading from here. Okay. Now what happened? If this pressure is changing, then the level of mercury will also change. It may happen what? The level may fall, the scale will be here, the level is here, or this may happen, the level may rise. The scale is here, this is here. So we have to all time adjust the scale so that it will always come where? To the surface. So we cannot fix a scale. This is one more problem. This is one more problem, that we cannot fix a scale with the tube, because the level of mercury will always change and we have to take the measurement from the level. So we will also have to change the zero mark of the scale, have to lower or upper the scale. So we cannot fix a scale here. So these are the problems. Now these problems of simple barometer was removed in one more barometer, that is called the Fortin's barometer. Now Fortin's barometer is nothing but a changed form, or you can say modernized form or revised form of simple barometer. Okay. The drawbacks, the demerits of simple barometer are removed here. How? See. The figure of simple barometer you can get from your book. It is also used in the lab, many places. Because that is what we have studied, that this open mercury, this cup is open. But in case of simple barometer, Fortin barometer, you will see that this cup is actually not open. It is inside a leather pack. A leather pack is containing this cup. Okay, this is the one problem. So this mercury is not open, it is in a leather cup. So there is no chances of contamination. First problem solved. Second problem, there is a brass case. There is a brass case enclosing the glass. मतलब ग्लास को कवर करने के लिए एक ब्रास का कवर बना दिया गया है. तो ग्लास इज प्रोटेक्टेड. पहले क्या था, ग्लास का भी प्रोटेक्शन नहीं था, ग्लास का प्रोटेक्शन आ गया. सेकंड प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व. थर्ड प्रॉब्लम, हम लोग बात कर रहे थे क्या कि स्केल फिक्स नहीं कर पाएंगे क्योंकि स्केल का लेवल बार बार चेंज हो रहा है. ओके, नाउ दिस ब्रास कप हैज स्क्रू. यू कैन सी इन द बुक द डायग्राम. यहां पे स्क्रू लगा हुआ है. अगर मान लो कि रीडिंग, स्केल तो फिक्स्ड है, स्केल तो मान लो ऐसे है और ये मर्करी लेवल नीचे चला गया, तो क्या करेंगे? व्हाट वी कैन डू? तो हम लोग इस स्केल को, इस स्क्रू को थोड़ा एडजस्ट करेंगे तो ये मर्करी लेवल जो है ना वो अपने आप ऊपर आ जाएगा. तो वी कैन एडजस्ट द लेवल ऑफ मर्करी बाय द हेल्प ऑफ द एडजस्टिंग स्क्रूज, सो दैट वी डोंट हैव टू चेंज द स्केल. स्केल को फिक्स कर दिए, स्केल का पोजीशन को चेंज नहीं करना पड़ेगा. वी जस्ट हैव टू चेंज द, adjust the screw so that the level of mercury will be changed. तो ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया. अच्छा, and as it is enclosed, covered, so it is portable. We can carry it from place to place. Okay, so these are the problems of barometer. So the barometer, the problems of simple barometer are removed in the case of Fortin's. ठीक. Now there is one more type of barometer, that is called the aneroid barometer. Aneroid barometer. Okay. Now what is aneroid? Means it contains no liquid. See, what is there? A box is there. A box is there and a pointer is attached with the box, and this is the scale. Okay, so whenever pressure increases, the box will come down and the scale will move, and whenever pressure decreases, then also the box will expand, the pointer will move. From the value of pointer we can directly measure the atmospheric pressure. मतलब बॉक्स मूव होगा तो ये पॉइंटर भी मूव होगा, बॉक्स ऊपर उठेगा, ये नीचे दबेगा, ये पॉइंटर भी क्या होगा, इसके साथ मूव होगा. तो वी कैन गेट द, देयर इज नो लिक्विड हियर, नो मर्करी, नथिंग, नो लिक्विड हियर, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड व्हाट, aneroid barometer. Now this aneroid barometer has three uses. It has three uses. First of all, तो quite obvious, measuring atmospheric pressure. Measuring what? Atmospheric pressure. What is the second use? It can be used as an altimeter, means to measure the height. The person flying the aeroplane, he can calculate the height from the altimeter attached in his cabin, in his cockpit. The altimeter is fixed there. From seeing the altimeter, he can say at what height the plane is flying. So to measure the altimeter, to measure the height. And third is weather forecasting. Means we can know what type of weather will be, or we can forecast the weather by the help of this. Now how weather forecasting can be done? So there are 4-5 points. I am going to say one by one, please note it down. So now we are going to the topic that how atmospheric pressure, how aneroid barometer can be used as for weather forecasting. Okay. Now if you see that the atmospheric pressure of a place is falling abruptly, very fast, अगर तुम देख रहे हो कि atmospheric pressure बहुत तुरंत गिर रहा है, there is a very fast fall in atmospheric pressure, it means that there is a chance of storm. There is a chance of storm. Okay, cyclonic storm, thunderstorm, whatever. If you see the pressure is falling but gradually, slowly, but it is falling, then it means there is a possibility of rainfall. Third point, if you see the pressure is increasing slowly, then it means that this will be a dry weather. Okay, dry weather. If the pressure is increasing slowly, if the pressure is increasing very fast, it means what? There is a chance of very extremely dry weather. If the pressure is increasing abruptly, so falling abruptly, thunderstorm, rising abruptly, extremely dry weather. And if there is no such change, no big change in atmospheric pressure, it means the weather will be unchanged as it is. Okay, so this way we can measure the pressure of what? We can measure we can forecast the weather by seeing the reading of the barometer. Okay. Now, what is the variation of pressure with height? Next topic, variation of pressure with height. Now we know that, as I told you before, we are at the bottom of the sea of air called atmosphere. We are at the bottom part. So suppose this is the earth's surface. This is and we are covered with what? This is what? The air. Imagine that these are the layers of air having variable density. The lower one is maximum density. This is less than this. This is less than this, this is less than this, and the top layer is the rarest. The density is minimum. So as the density is minimum, pressure will be also less, because we know that pressure is what? H rho G. So if density is decreasing, pressure is decreasing. If density is increasing, pressure is increasing. So as we go higher and higher, what is happening? As we go higher and higher, the density of air is decreasing. And as the density of air is decreasing, so the pressure also decreasing. So what we will remember? Pressure decreases with altitude. Atmospheric pressure decreases with altitude. Okay, this is clear? Achha. Now see. So this was all clear. Now what type of liquid we should take in barometer? So the barometric liquid is mercury. Why we select mercury? First point, the first and foremost reason is that it is a opaque liquid. It is opaque. Second point, it does not stick to the glass. Third point, it has maximum density. On the earth's surface, mercury is the most denser liquid. There is no other liquid. Now see, what happens? Suppose you decide to make a barometer with water. Now see what will happen. So for the atmospheric pressure, we know that density of mercury is what? 13.6 into 10 cube kg per meter cube. And density of water is what? Only 10 cube kg per meter cube. So if I want to measure the atmospheric pressure with the help of water, then the height of the barometer should be 13.6 times more. Means height of the barometer should be 76. Means actually if I am making a mercury barometer, so 76 centimeter into 13.6. Okay, so this will be about, roughly I am telling, about 10.5 meter. This will give what? About 10.5 meter. So this 10.5 meter, 10 meter means the size of 3-storied building. So we have to make the barometer almost to the size of about 3-storied building, then only we can measure the atmospheric pressure. Now is it possible to make a glass tube of this height? I don't think so. So that is why we will not take water. And other problems are there with water, like it will stick to the glass, it is transparent. If I leave these points, still the most important point is the density of water is very less compared to mercury, so we have to make a very long tube. So these are the points why we do not select water and why we select mercury. Okay. Now we are going to the last part of the chapter. We'll do 1 or 2 numericals. First question is, okay. First question is, convert 1 millimeter of mercury into Pascal. See, 1 millimeter of mercury into Pascal. Now what we know, pressure is what? H rho G. What is H given? H is given 1 millimeter. Means what? 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. Okay? So I am adding here 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. And density of mercury is what? 13.6 into 10 cube. And G value is what? 9.8. Okay, so if because all these are in SI, this is in SI, this is in SI, this is in SI, so I will obviously get the value in SI, the pressure in SI, that is a Pascal, and it will be 133 point. If you multiply this 10 cube will cancel, so 133.28 Pascal. This will be the value of mercury. Okay, so this is the pressure equivalent to 1 millimeter. Okay. Achha, third, at sea level, the atmospheric pressure is 76 centimeter of mercury. If the air pressure falls by 10 millimeter per 120 meter of ascent, means if I go 120 meter, the atmospheric pressure will fall by 10 millimeter, or you can say 1 centimeter. So suppose on the ground it is 76 centimeter. If I go 120 meter, the pressure will become how much? 75 centimeter. If I go 240 meter, the pressure will become how much? 76 minus 2, 74 centimeter. This way, for every 120 meter, the pressure is decreasing by 10 millimeter or 1 centimeter. Acha. Now they are saying that what is the height of a hill where the barometer reads 70 centimeter. Now, simple question is, the atmospheric pressure on the top of a hill is 70 centimeter. Okay. So difference in pressure it will be what? 76 minus 70. That is what? 6 centimeter. So what is the difference in pressure? 6 centimeter. Now 1 centimeter is equal to 120 meter. Okay, students. 1 centimeter is equivalent to what? 1 centimeter is equivalent to 120 meter. So therefore, how much we have? 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter is equal to 6 into 120 meter. That is what? 720 meter. So we can say from here that height of the hill is how much? 720 meter. Okay. So with this we are ending the chapter. But do the rest numericals and study the question answers. Okay, students, and we'll meet soon with some other.